Welcome to Joel's Ableton Tutorials. So today we're going to look at downloading a song from Multitracks and using that song in Ableton to and preparing that for the worship team. So here we are at multitracks.com. I'm in my account. I've already purchased the song Wake. We're doing it for Ponderosa. Over here on the right, you can choose which key you want to download it in. I've already downloaded it just to save time. It is a WAV file, so it's pretty large, as you can see. We've already downloaded it, and I've already opened it up. So let's take a look here at what it looks like when you open it. This is what it looks like minus this up here. I've added this in. You can hit Shift-Command-T, and that adds in a MIDI track. You will use the MIDI track to cue the lyrics in ProPresenter over network, live over network. So you need to make sure this is checked here under this area. You can rename this to Vid Wake. And as you can see in here, I'm going to select all these and drop them down. You can see there are tracks for each one of these.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sounds great. Good news is they've done almost all of the hard work for us. They do 2-measure intro. Usually I start here with intro 2, 3, 4. So that way the intro doesn't last too long and you don't have downtime as you're getting ready to start a song. And though we on stage can hear intro 2, 1, 2, 3, although we can hear that, they cannot. So they just hear 2 measures of silence. So that's why I shorten it. And as you can see, they do have a click track in here right now. I don't prefer their click track. As you can hear, it's a little bit less easy to decipher. So what I'm going to do is Command F. I'm going to search for 131. This is the click track that I prefer. Instead, I'm going to zoom in and make sure that it's lined up correctly, and as you can tell, it's not. So I'm going to double click that track. I'm going to zoom in down here at the front, the very beginning of it, and I'm just going to snip off that front part. Go ahead and close this down, and we're right on it. Actually, that's a little bit too much here. Let me pull it back just a little bit. Okay, that's pretty good right there. And count off.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, looks great. You've got the guide. You've got the whatever these are called. What are they called? Locators. There you are. You've got locators throughout all of it. You can see it's about 4 minutes and 40 seconds. We're not going to need to trim this one really at all. As we get here to the end, though, on this click track, since we've just added it, you can probably remember from my last video, we're going to do Command E to trim this section off, because once we've ended, we don't need a click track continuing on. I'll go ahead and click this to select the whole unit, and then Shift-click this empty space here, Command J. That will consolidate it so that the click track is the same length as the other clips. And once that's done, we're going to go ahead and open up our screen sharing. Right now I'm sharing a screen with the iMac, and I have ProPresenter open on it. I'm going to go ahead and do this here. I want to show you how to import a song into ProPresenter that's a new one. So we're going to go to Song Select up here. We're going to type in Wake and hit Enter, and Wake should show up here at the very top with some preview here. That's right. We're going to go ahead and import it. We're going to delimit the slide length by 2 lines. Import that, and there we go. Now, over here in the library, you'll see that it's here. I'm going to do Command R. I'm going to reflow it. So here at the top, I need to add an intro slide. I always like to have an intro slide. So I'm going to do an Alt-Enter, and then I'm going to rename this first one. Oops, new group. I have to rename this verse 1 just so that I can rename the first one again. Oops, not verse 1. I want to name that intro. Okay, so there we are. Generally, I don't keep repeats in there. If anything, what I'll do is I will copy that, and then I'll add a new slide. You add a new slide, by the way, again, Alt-Enter. Okay, let's go ahead and close this reflow, and here we are. We've got the beginning of it, and that's ready to go. So let's bring this down to the bottom of the screen. I'm going to close this portion and zoom it up. That way we know what we're working with. Now, we should be connected, but you can double check and come down here to Audio MIDI on the iMac, and Joel's Mac Pro is up. That's great. And just to save room and also to make it big enough to see, I'll just move that down. Oops, that's a bummer. Let's reopen that and double check. I'm going to double check on this computer that my Audio MIDI is working. Doesn't look like it is up right now. I'm going to double click the network and connect to the iMac. Let's click a different slide and see if when I add slide number 1, which will be under my ProPresenter MIDI cues, I'm going to put slide 1 right here at the intro under my video. Now that lost its name because I added slide. The category for these MIDI cues come under select slide, so it renamed this select slide. Anyways, you can rename it afterwards.
4.
Okay, as you saw, it changed it, so I know we're connected. So here's intro. Okay, and then we come up here to the verse.
Verse.
Okay. Now, the difficult part with this particular song is that the lyrics are not, in the demo, you can hear the lyrics, but in this one you can't because it's just a backing track. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to Planning Center. I'm going to go to the song. I'm just going to download the lead sheet. Oh, looks like I don't have the lead sheet readily available for that. Go into it real quick and double check. Nope, that's the other one. Okay, apparently I've not bought the Praise Charts lead charts yet. Go ahead and do the chord chart, and then we'll do the lead sheet as well. And we'll go ahead and buy those. Okay, great. Now I'm going to go ahead and download them. It's in G, so we have no need for a capo. I'm going to go ahead and download it just like that. And then lead sheet. This is a little different. I download the zip file instead of one PDF with everything on it. Makes it a little bit easier to handle. All right, so we're going to come back over here to the song. Going to close that and open up my lead sheet here. I'm going to go ahead and drag those into Planning Center. And then also I'm going to open up the lead sheet or the chord chart and add that. Great. Now we're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and open up this lead sheet here, and I'm going to print it just for my own sake so that I can reference it as I'm making sure the lyrics are in the lyric cues for ProPresenter are in the right place in Ableton. Just closing a lot of unnecessary stuff here. Let's go back to Ableton. Now, you can hear it printing. Let's just take a quick peek at it while we're waiting. Okay. And you can see it comes in on the and of 4. So the first word is on the and of 4, which it means it's going to be, here's beat 4. This is going to be the and of 4. So slide 2 begins right here. And we can pull the screen sharing back up. Sorry, I can't show you the lead sheet while I'm working on it. I just don't have enough room here on the screen to do that. So I will enjoy that, and you can have fun watching me enjoy it. So here's the beginning. At break of day, in hope we rise. Here we go. We rise, we speak your name, we lift our eyes. And then the word tune comes in on the downbeat. Tune our to your beat, where we walk, there you'll be. And then here we have, I'm going to press Command 1 to narrow the grid from 1/4 to 1/8, as you can see down here. Now I can see the and beats. So I'm going to put slide 4. Our eyes, our lives a light, your love untamed, it's blazing out. Okay, and then again, we have one right here.
Pre-chorus.
And then we go here into pre-chorus, and it starts on the downbeat. Okay, you will never fade away. And then on the and of the next. You know, I'm not crazy about this just having one line here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back into ProPresenter and take a look here at the pre-chorus. I'm going to go ahead and hit backspace. You will never fade away. Your love is here to stay by my side in my life, shining through me every day. That all happens really fast. But I think it's better to have 2 and 2. And it looks like it only happens once. I don't know why that's in there twice. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close that up. Come back up here. So, fade away. Your love is here to stay. By my side, in my life, shining through me every day. Okay, so it looks like in this, the chorus happens twice. Again, this is a new song for me too. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to oops. Oh, here we go. Good. Okay, so I've just made it repeat. I just I clicked one, and then I shift clicked to the other one, and then I did Command C, Command V to paste, to copy and paste it. Okay, so we're going to come back in again. And I have the order wrong. How did I do that? This is hilarious. Okay. It's right now.
Interlude.
Great. So I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this track by doing Command D. I'm going to delete all of these cues because they're unnecessary. This is going to be our clear slide track.
Interlude.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and have it fade out. We are